Imagine a college life filled with outrageous parties, hilarious misunderstandings, and a group of eccentric characters who never fail to entertain. Grand Blue Dreaming delivers all that and more. From the moment you crack open the first volume, you'll be treated to a whirlwind of absurd logic, witty dialogue, and slapstick humor that will have you gasping for air between fits of laughter. Welcome to the GTP. My name is Scott, where we talk all things manga, and I recently read all 19 volumes of Grand Blue Dreaming to give you this non-spoiler review of, some say, one of the best comedy mangas of all time. It's actually ranked number 9 on my anime list. Should it be worth number 9? Stay tuned and find out. Grand Blue Dreaming is a manga series that revolves around the life of Iori, a freshman college student who moves to a coastal town to attend college while living at his uncle's diving shop, hoping to enjoy a fun and filling college experience. However, his expectations quickly shatter when he realizes that the diving club where he will be living is actually a gathering place for a group of heavy drinkers and partiers. He finds himself swept up in the wild and chaotic antics of his fellow college members who are known for the love of alcohol and crazy parties. The story follows him as he navigates the ups and downs of college life, comedic misadventures, and his journey into the world of diving. Grand Blue Dreaming is a manga that takes readers through a journey of laughter, absurd logic, and a love for diving itself. Throughout this journey, it may not grab you at first. Some bits do feel a little awkward, but I will say as you delve deeper in, maybe take a dive into the manga itself, you'll find yourself chuckling along the way as you appreciate the antics and witty dialogue. The comedy in Grand Blue Dreaming gradually grows on you, and what initially may not have seemed funny starts to elicit laughter every few pages. The manga is filled with funny one-liners, ridiculous yet entertaining logic, and hilarious situations that'll leave you amused. The interactions among the characters, and particularly with the protagonist, who's not the brightest crane in the drawer, will lead to humorous understandings, mishaps that keep the story engaging. I will say with this manga, there have been many moments that my side is hurting from laughter, and I don't realize, but my cheeks are actually beet red as I read through some of these panels. While the comedy is the manga's strong suit, it's not just about comedy. Grand Blue Dreaming seamlessly weaves in an awe-inspiring world of diving, showcasing the beauty and challenges of exploring underwater depths, while also learning about the realities of diving experience. The thought of diving was never on my radar until after reading this manga. There's something to be said about a manga when it gets you to care about a subject that was never a thought in your mind to begin with. Before reading this story, I actually never thought about diving in the ocean, and after reading Grand Blue Dreaming, it's now on my bucket list, as I'd love to see for myself and experience the world underwater through diving. What sets Grand Blue Dreaming apart is its ability to make you care deeply about the characters, witness their growth, relationships, and the unexpected life lessons they learn along the way. You'll find yourself emotionally invested in their journey, eagerly flipping through the pages to see what hilarious mishaps they find themselves in next. As the series progresses, the story becomes more than just a comedy, introducing drama and deepening the reader's investment in the characters. The manga takes on a life of its own, making you laugh, feel concerned, and eagerly turn the pages to discover what happens next. The later volumes continue to improve upon the story, making it difficult to put one down once you're hooked. As you move towards the later volumes in the series, I was surprised to find out how much I was deeply invested and I cared about the characters itself and not just the humor in the story. The main cast of the manga is focused on 7 characters, with the strongest focal points on 4, all which are members of the diving club. The protagonist of the series is a freshman college student with high hopes for a fun and fulfilling college life. He is initially portrayed as naive and easily influenced, often finding himself caught up in the wild and chaotic activities of his friends. Despite his many bad decisions, he is ultimately a good-hearted and well-meaning character, When pushed into a corner, he will do the right thing. Then there's Chisa. She is initially portrayed as a serious and no-nonsense, often acting as a voice of reason among the group. Her determination and dedication to diving are central to her character development. Her love of the ocean is bigger than her love for anything else. Some people live to dive, she dives to live. Then there's Kouai. He's the protagonist's best friend in the manga. He is a die-hard, passionate otaku to the point it can be a bit creepy. While others are repulsed by his otaku lifestyle, he does not care how he is perceived by others on his passions. Like the main character, he can be easily manipulated, and at times, him and the main character are at each other's throats, and while at other times, they are loyal best friends. Then there's Aina. She is depicted as a kind and caring individual. She is often shown as polite and well-mannered, and she tends to be more reserved compared to some of the other characters in the series. She is the most insecure about herself and what others think about her. And one thing I really appreciate that all these characters do show some character growth and progression throughout the entire series. When it comes to the artwork, dive headfirst into the vibrant illustrations that bring the breathtaking underwater landscapes to life, while also learning about the realities of the diving experience. The author captures intricate and nuanced elements, bringing the characters, setting, and the diving scenes to life. Some of the best facial expressions I have ever seen in a manga. This level of detail adds depth and immersion to the visual experience, making it easier for readers to fully engage with the story, making Grand Blue Dreaming a visual delight for fans of the series. Now, I do have some cons with the series, as there are some aspects that may not sit well with everyone who's reading this, including myself. Scenes that may make some readers uncomfortable are present, and over-the-top nature of certain scenes, such as some of the partying, can feel awkward. This manga glorifies getting drunk, but does not show the consequences, such as not being able to function for days. And the majority of the cast probably needs a second liver transplant by now. And here is one of my biggest struggles with the series. Harassment is never okay in real life. But are we okay with harassment for the sake of comedy in a manga? I was not okay with the threat of unwanted groping if a person does not turn off the radio. It wasn't funny, it was awful. In this manga, they do acknowledge when one character tells another girl that she has a nice butt, that is sexual harassment. But then you have another whole group of characters, and in that cast that was saying this, that completely stripped completely naked in front of other people without ever asking if that would be okay. That's not crossing the line? It's like, whoa, 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 my friends. If somebody were to told me in the first place that if I compliment someone, that's crossing a line, that's harassment. But me taking all my clothes off in front of you? Perfectly okay in Grand Blue Dreaming. Forcing a girl's skirt to fly up for people to see to win a contest? That's harassment. It's not funny. No one should ever be treated this way. And when forgiven, what does our protagonist do? He offers to buy her underwear. This wasn't funny. I even caught myself saying, ugh, out loud as I read this. A major problem is that what would never be acceptable in real life is something we're willing to laugh at if it's not in real life. Unfortunately, many people struggle to see the difference between reality and fiction. Now, I understand this is a far deeper topic than what we're going to get from a manga review, but I think it's an important conversation that should be had and worth mentioning in Grand Blue Dreaming. When it comes to the age rating, this manga is rated 16+, with one volume rated 18 or older, which did not seem any worse than the rest of the volumes that are 16 or older. This story is not for kids. Heavy adult content, language, heavy drinking. You will quickly understand within the first chapter why this manga is rated 16 and up. Grand Blue Dreaming offers a hilarious and entertaining dive into the world of comedy. While it has its flaws such as uncomfortable content and exaggerated scenes, the manga's witty dialogue and other humor and stunning artwork are great. Because of those cons, I'm actually going to do a first for this channel. I'm actually not going to give Grand Blue Dreaming a GTP rating. I'll let you decide yourself between the pros and the cons whether or not this is a story that you should read. Grand Blue Dreaming manages to strike a balance between comedy and drama, keeping readers engaged and invested in the character's journey. With each volume, the story improves and you'll catch yourself without realizing how much you care about the cast. It is the most I have laughed at a series, and at the same time, the most I've also cringed. To be honest with you, this was the hardest manga series for me to review, and I'm actually trying to hold back tears as I think about people I know that have been victims of sexual harassment. Unfortunately, there are many people out there that can't see the difference between what's reality and what's fiction. And are we really okay with something in fiction that we would never be okay with happening in real life to ourselves or somebody else? So with that, I'm going to go ahead and close this review. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video.